Hello everyone, this is FeelGood of FeelGood Gunpla. This is the review of the SD RX-Zeromaru. This is one of my favorite kits. I would say the second favorite Gunpla in the Gundam anime, Gundam Build Divers. It is basically a ninja unicorn Gundam. Is a way to put it. A ninja unicorn Gundam in SD form that has a real mode, like the winning Gundam. Is probably the best way to describe this kit. Let's go and jump into the positives. This kit has good detail, good part separation. It actually has surprisingly very good detail in the Psycho Frame Ninja pattern parts. Basically these parts right here, here, also on the chest. Under the stickers is actually a very detailed pattern. It's not colored or anything. So to make that stand out, you have to paint it. Of course, with all kits, if not most kits, the best way to make them look good, and this one, is to paint it. But the Ninja Psycho Frame pattern, if you were to paint it, it looked really nice. I actually seen a YouTuber do that, and it looked amazing. But if you don't want to paint it, then, of course, they have stickers. And actually, the stickers that are on the Psycho Frame part are actually pretty good. Actually, they're surprisingly good. If you use like a craft swab and just press the sticker gently against that pattern, it'll actually show a little bit through the sticker, and it makes the sticker look even better. So there's a tip. But yes, I'll go through it again. Good part separation, good color separation. What part and color separation it lacks, the stickers make up. So that is very good. Also, it comes with its own cross silhouette frame, a red cross silhouette frame. I do like this because you don't have to buy this separately. They don't throw like a red normal SD frame and then say, hey, if you want the cross silhouette, you gotta buy it separately like you have to do for most of the cross silhouette kits. One comes with it, so that's pretty good. Now, let's get into the gimmicks of this kit, which are actually pretty good. Some of the gimmicks are, it's effect parts. It had this, I guess you can call it slightly metallic finish, gloss finish, which is actually very good. It'd be these parts here that's on the kunai here, the shield throwing star, and the scarf that's here and here. Actually, I do like that color. That color looks very nice and it just helps bring out the kit. The only downside to the effects part having that finish is hard to sand, because if you sand it, you ruin the finish. So yeah, that's the only downside to it. But that, I guess that'd be a negative if you want to put it. But I'm not gonna go into depth there because I'm still in the positives. But okay, the gimmicks. Other than the effect parts, the other part of the gimmicks is its forms. This kit has 3 forms. The last form being achieved by fusing with its mobile armor. I will show the name of that mobile armor once I actually display the mobile armor. But basically it has 3 forms. The first form is basically the form you see in front of you right now. It's basically, it's like being in, it's in NTD new type destroyer mode. It's like being in new type destroyer mode all the time. This is its default form. This is the form you will see all the time. Now, the thing I like about that is that in the anime, it doesn't show really a limit to how long it be in that form, so that's nice. The second form is the unicorn form, which I'm gonna throw a picture of that up there. And it's basically, it acts more like a stealth form. Now, I will have the name of it along with the picture up so you can see the actual name of that form. Now, before I get into the last form. I'm going to get into the mobile armor, because without the mobile armor, you will not have this third form. Alright, now here is the mobile armor. Here's the name of the mobile armor. I will put the name of the mobile armor on the screen because I have a hard time pronouncing these names. But this is the mobile armor of the RX-Zeromaru. It resembles a bird, and it basically acts like a recon unit mainly. I don't remember the last time I saw it actually in a fight. So yeah, but mainly it's a recon unit. But this mobile armor helps the RX-Zeromaru achieve its third form by fusing with the RX-Zeromaru. Basically, most of the parts that come off this mobile armor fuse with the RX-Zeromaru, and you have the third form. And then, like, the main part of this mobile armor is actually used for, like, the sword and the gun. You can tell, at least with the wings here, that it's the legs of the kit, although they did a really good job of hiding that fact, at least a little bit, at least to me. So yes, this is basically the mobile armor of the RX-Zeromaru, but it's also used to fuse with it to achieve its third form. What do I think about this kit? The positives. It is one of the positives. I'm like, I can't really put a negative on it, or even put it in a negative. But the reason I put it in one of my positives is the fact that it does help. It helped with the anime accuracy of it. So yeah, it's actually not bad. I feel like in some parts of it, it's a little bit bare bone, but yeah, it is what it is. Here is the final form of the RX-Zeromaru. I believe this is called the Todu. I just call it RX-Zeromaru's real mode. And the reason I say that because to me it reminds me of what the winning Gundam SD had. Except the only difference is this SD's real mode. It's called differently, but the function is pretty much the same, except Winning Gundam did its real mode with just basically the extra parts that it had on the SD itself, while here this is achieved by combining the parts from the mobile armor. Now, I would say I don't have the real, I don't have the winning Gundam. So I can't really say too much about it other than comparing those parts. But from what I see with this one, they actually did a very good job of using the parts. Because really, the only parts that are not being used are pretty much the scarf effect parts, the red energy scarf effect parts, and the shield shuriken, if I'm saying that right. Everything else is on this kit, and that's what I like about it, is the effective use of the parts. And just to get in a little detail, there's the main body of the mobile. Well, probably can't see it from there, but the scarf part is actually used to power up the sword. I'll just wait for it to come around. Like I said, the main scarf part is used for the sword. The main part of the mobile armor is used for the gun. This also can combine with the sword here to form a more powerful sword. And like I said, for the main scarf effect part is used to power up the sword. So like I said, it's a very good use of effect parts. Very good use of effect parts. Not effect parts, just parts total. There's not too many extra parts left out. Is what I like about it. Just not too many extra parts out. Now, what I think about this form, I don't know how I can say it. It's what you see is basically an SD frame combined with extra parts. Basically. Which is actually pretty good. It's, like I said, nice use of parts. It's the size of a high grade. So if I had to say anything, it would be this would be the closest one would get for high grade to have a frame, because technically high grades don't have frames. And I know back in some of the older SD kits, they didn't have frames. So basically this is as close as you get for a high grade having its own frame, which I like what they did with it. I mean, it's actually pretty cool. And pretty posable, because you can get the I would say the main parts. You can get the gun pose, the powered up sword pose, neutral pose. Basically, you can throw it in quite a few poses with this. Now, I put in a few poses and posted on my Facebook page. But other than that, this is definitely something I like. Now, and something I don't like, and I'm going to throw this back in the negatives in a minute, is the fact that the SD helmet is just stuck on the back. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But like I said, I feel I'm going to do that in the negatives. Talk about it a little more in the negatives. But other than that, definitely liking this form. Definitely a positive. Definitely a plus. Now, the negatives about this kit. Because of the lack of part and color separation, you will have to use the stickers, and there's quite a few stickers. It's going to take some time. So there's that. Now, I did have I like to call it personal negative, because just something that happens to me, or just something I just personally don't like about it. And that is the shoulders kept popping off, but that just could be me being clumsy when it comes to posability. I'm just throwing that one out there. Another negative, and I mentioned it before, is the SD helmet, in my opinion, just sticking out the back. Now in anime, it did do that. So that again could be a personal negative, another personal negative. Because technically it's anime accurate, so that's a plus. But me personally, I don't like this SD helmet sticking out the back. A part of me just wants to take this helmet off and just leave that. I think it'll look fine like that. I leave it on there because that's how it was in anime. So, to go up negatives again, you're going to have a lot of, because of lack of part and color separation, you're going to have to do a lot of stickers. It's going to be time consuming. And for me, the shoulders kept popping off, and I just do not like the helmet, the SD head just sticking out the back. I just don't like it, but oh well. It is what it is. To conclude, this is actually a very good kit. It's actually a very good kit. Definitely lives up to its anime counterpart. Like I said before, good part separation, good color separation. The details in the ninja / psycho frame pattern is actually pretty good. Definitely making it a good candidate for painting. It has it has good effect parts. It has good gimmicks, being the 3 forms. It's new type destroyer form. It's unicorn form. It's the form that you see here is Natadu. If I'm saying it right, it's real mode basically. The mobile armor. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that is mobile armor. Which thanks to that mobile armor, it can achieve this form here. So it definitely lives up. Like I said before, it lives up to uh, being a good kit. Now the downsides, I'm be honest, more personal than just an actual negative. But you know, a lot of stickers gonna have to take out some time and put them on properly. You want them to look good on there. Yeah, that'll just paint it. I had problems with the shoulders coming off, but that just could have been something just on me. I do not like the SD head that just sticks on the back of it. It's just my eyes keep going to it, you know, and it just bothers me. But other than that, this is definitely a good kit. I definitely recommend people to get this kit. Definitely if you are a fan of Gundam Build Divers. And they did a very good job with this kit. I definitely would recommend this kit. And I am so glad I finally built this kit. I wish I had built it earlier. Definitely go out and get y'all's today. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I appreciate everyone taking the time out today to watch my videos. I really appreciate it and it means a lot. And I wish everyone a good day. Later.